Good morning. We're here today at Frank's Pontiac Parts in 29 Palms, California to showcase this 1964 Pontiac GTO that we are putting up on our website for sale. This is a GTO two-door sedan model, not the hardtop. I believe they're a little rare. They're definitely more solid to drive. I'm going to walk around this and kind of show it to you and then come back and show you the little ins and outs and the things that I've seen about it. The sun's starting to come up, so it may affect our pictures a little bit. I try to do these before the sun comes up, but my battery died, so here I am starting over. So always something. Anyway, we're expecting a storm today. It's beautiful this morning, but cold. It's about 38 degrees. It's supposed to be raining today. You never know in the desert. So anyway, very nice car. Very nice project, I think, for somebody. It's got new tires on it. And just keep walking around, kind of show it to you, and then I'll come back. This car was sitting in a backyard in Los Angeles since 1977. So doesn't really have that many miles, more sitting miles than anything else. Okay, so the body's solid, but it does have some rust bubbles. There's bubbles along the edge of the hood. And that, I think, could probably be dug out of there and fixed, or, well, they reproduce the hoods now, so there is that. I know a lot of people are just bombing cars around like this and not fixing them. Okay, the roof's all solid. We didn't find any issues there. There is some heavy rust pitting in front of the windshield here. We poked it, it didn't seem to go through, and there doesn't seem to be any issues on the dash. So I think it's the extent is right there. No rust on the fenders. I think the doors are pretty solid. I think they have some rust pitting on the bottoms. Nothing on the roof line. Solid in the quarters. There is some rust back here behind the rear window. We picked at it a little bit, but it's solid. It's just in the track. Seems to be in the track itself. Some rust pitting on the trunk lid. That's black paint you see shining through under the yellow. Car's an original black on black car, and they didn't do a real good job painting it yellow. But of course that was in '77, so that was a long time ago. There is some little bumps and bruises. Car's actually a lot more solid than I thought. We thought that it would be rougher, but after we cleaned it up, we were really surprised to find that it was in pretty darn good shape. So let me open the door here, kind of see inside. You can see the edges of the door. It's not expanded. The seams aren't expanded. They're just the paint's peeling off. That's really peeling paint. We did take the carpets out, and I've got some good stills of the floor. We only found one rust spot, which is right there. The rest of it's pretty darn solid. Just some surface rust. This is a 4-speed car. Does have the original numbers matching 389 4-speed. It's a 4-barrel engine. You can see the interior is actually pretty darn decent. It's a surprise. So that's this side. And well, we're walking around. Let's pop the hood and then I'll go back around to the other side. See if I can do this with one hand. Ooh, I can. Okay. So anyway, here it is with the hood popped. It's got the original California air cleaner. All looks really good under here. No rust on the edges of the fenders. Very solid. Does have the original 4-speed radiator. It's got the original 7/16 heads. 7/16 heads. I believe the engine is a what's it say on it? I have to check the code on that. but it's the, I know we looked it up, it was the 4-barrel engine for the 4-speed. All looks good. We did try to get it started, but we found that it had a water leak at the intake. It did start. Water pump is seized up, so it was making a horrendous noise. And forget what else happened. It had lots of blow-by, so the engine's tired. Oh, and the carburetor was overflowing with gas, so woohoo. So we decided we're not going to go ahead and rebuild the carburetor and the water pump and all that. I mean, it's another day or two of our work in the shop, and that takes all the fun out of it for the person who buys it. I mean, you kind of want to work on your own car, I think. You buy a project car, what's a project if somebody else does all the work? So here we go again, other door, nice and solid. There is some, surface rust in the corners of the doors, but it's just basically popping paint from what we can see. I don't see any expanded seams. Again, here, nothing. That's just paint. It's pretty darn solid. Like I said, a lot solid than I thought it would be. It's amazing how clean the upholstery is. It looks like they redid the driver's seat at one time. And I brought a screwdriver with me so we can open the trunk. I think I may have a lock for this. I just got to find it. Let's see here if I can get in there. If I can't get in there right away, we'll skip that. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, it's got a spare. Okay, well, there's a spare rim. Now the guys had found it. And yeah, so the floor, the trunk floor is rusty, but it's not horrible rusty. I've seen them where you can climb through them. And the lip around the trunk is all nice. Looks all nice back up in there. Again, the car was originally black, so everything's black inside. Yeah, it's a nice trunk lid. It's got a dent on the back, it looks like, right there. But, like I said, the car's got some little bumps and bruises here and there. Anyway, here we go. So, 1964 Pontiac GTO 2-door post for sale at frankspontiacparts.com.